Hi everybody, welcome back to Storytime with Sarah. I've got a book today that I want to read you. It's called Sometimes I'm Bombaloo. Do you know what Bombaloo means? I don't either. I actually have not read this book out loud to anybody before, and I only quickly looked through it beforehand before reading it to you here today, so we'll discover it together, okay? Before I show you, I do know that this book, Sometimes I'm Bombaloo, has to do with feelings. And I've been thinking a lot about feelings and how it's okay to have many different feelings right now. During this time when we've been at home, I have sometimes felt really happy. Sometimes I've felt just okay. Sometimes I've felt sad and I've missed my friends and my family. And sometimes I've even felt angry or even overwhelmed. Yesterday I felt really overwhelmed because I was trying to learn a lot of new things and I felt like it was so much all at once. So I have some cards here that help us remember kind of how our feelings are and what zone that's putting us in our bodies. And so at school we talk a lot about wanting to help our bodies and our hearts and our brains feel like we're in the green zone. The green zone is when we're feeling calm or happy, when we're feeling ready for learning. So that's a good zone that we want to help our bodies stay in most of the time. But sometimes our emotions and our feelings, they just are too much for us and we can't stay in that green zone. And so sometimes we end up being in other zones too, and that's okay. But we don't want to stay in those zones for too long. So you might be feeling like, if you're not in the green zone, you might feel like you're in the blue zone. You might be feeling sick or tired or a little bit sad. That's okay to have those feelings. You might feel not so sick or tired or sad. You might feel like you're in the yellow zone. And in the yellow zone, you might be feeling excited or frustrated or just a little bit bouncy or silly. There's some ideas on here. It says, I can ask for help. I can ask for a break. I can take 3 deep breaths. Doing that might help you move through that yellow zone and back to the green zone. And then this one, the red zone. Have you ever been in the red zone before? In that zone, you might be feeling angry or frustrated. I even see some pictures on the back of some things that you could do. You could count 1, 2, 3, or even beyond that, you could take deep breaths. So it's okay to be in one of the other zones besides the green zone, but it's not a place that we want to stay in because that's not good for our hearts and our brains and our bodies. And so we want to let those feelings come and go and swim on by and know that those feelings won't be here forever. But we're going to read today about Sometimes I'm Bombaloo and see if we can figure out what type of zone she or other characters in the story might be in. All right, this book, I think that it has the same author and illustrator. Oh, no, the author is Rachel Vail. She wrote the words, and this book was illustrated by Yumi. So Yumi made the pictures, Rachel made the words. All right. Sometimes I'm Bombaloo. I like showing the title page or even the end pages because sometimes that gives us clues about what is going to happen in the story, and then we can make inferences about what we think is happening. My name is Katie Honors, and I am a really good kid. I smile a lot because usually I'm happy, and I give excellent hugs. There's Katie. I know some friends who give excellent hugs. I'm gonna take the jacket off this book because it's a little bit hard to read this book, but we can still see Katie. There she is. She gives excellent hugs. I brush my teeth without being reminded too much. I can Velcro my own shoes. Can you do those things? Can you brush your teeth without being reminded and Velcro your own shoes? Oh. Oh, here's the words. I thought this had no words on it, but it does. It says, let's see if I can get this. Just a minute here, my friends. Let's see. I'm gonna change the screen on this so I can read it my very best to you. And put my toys where they belong, including the ones, where's the other words? Oh, there it is. Including the ones with 48 small pieces. Oh, she's really good at putting things away too. What zone do you think she's in when she's feeling good about herself? Is she in that green zone, do you think? Let's see. I remember about using my napkin and the magic word. What's the magic word? When I was little at my house, the magic word was please. If I needed to say please if I wanted something and ask nicely. I don't whine or stomp my feet or growl, even if my brother knocks down my beautiful castle I just built, and I told him not to touch it at all, but I'll never be able to get it to look that good again. Oh, she doesn't stomp her feet or growl? Sometimes I can hold in the tears and the pushes and just say, that's okay. Ooh, she looks like she's working really, really hard to stay out of that red zone. You think she might be feeling a little bit in the yellow zone? Maybe. But sometimes I'm Bombaloo. I show my teeth and make fierce noises. Fierce Bombaloo noises. Do you have a feeling that Bombaloo is the red zone like I do? Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure, but we'll see. My face scrunches tight like a monster's. Can you scrunch your face tight like a monster's? I use my feet and my fists instead of my words. My toys end up all over the floor, and so does my brother. Ooh, what does that mean? Her brother ends up on the floor. She's definitely using her body instead of her words. What do you think she should do to move out of that red zone and back into the green zone? Could she take some deep breaths? Let's help her. That helps me. Maybe that helps her. Let's find out. There is a lot of yelling when I'm Bombaloo. And some pointing at my bed. Pointing at her bed. Can you tell from the pictures? Can you make an inference? Who's pointing at the bed? And what do they mean when they point at the bed? You use those picture clues and see if you can figure out what they mean. I have to go take some time for myself and think about it. Oh, she's working on getting back to a calm state of mind and a calm body. But when I'm Bombaloo, I don't want to think about it. I want to smash stuff. Have you ever felt like that? I just want to smash stuff. I've had that feeling once or twice before. I don't like staying with that feeling, but it's moved on by. I can come out when I'm ready to control myself and say I'm sorry to my brother. But while I'm Bombaloo, I am not sorry. I'm angry, I hate everybody and everything, even my dog, Vanilla, and my penny collection too, and my blankie, and my mother, and all of the clothes in my drawers. Oh, what is an angry feeling? Look at that. Saying I hate you is such big, strong words. On their way out of the drawer, a pair of underpants lands on my head like a hat. When I laugh, I'm Katie Honors again. Oh, do you see that? Something silly happened even in the middle of when she was feeling so Bombaloo. How do you think she's feeling now? Do you think she's still in that red zone? Or is she moving her way out of that red zone, do you think? I see a smile on her face. That's a good sign. And I am sorry and a little frightened. It's scary being Bombaloo. My mother knows that. Oh. Do you know what I notice from the pictures right here when I read these pictures? I notice this mother reaching arms out. And even the baby is putting their arms up. I wonder if they're wanting to help Katie not feel so frightened anymore. She hugs me and helps me clean up the mess, the Bombaloo mess I made. And then after some stories and kisses for my brother, we build a new castle together. Well, her mother helped her, didn't she? Does it work for you to get back to the green zone if you get some hugs and kisses and stories? Does that help you feel in the green zone? I think that's what helped Katie. Look, even the page is green. I wonder if the illustrator did that on purpose. That's the end. I hope this story helped you think a little bit about your feelings and know that it's okay to feel all the different kinds of feelings. It's even okay to feel Bombaloo sometimes. But we don't want to stay in that place, do we? We want to move through that and get back to a place that feels good for our bodies and our hearts and our brains. So, I have a tip for you. Actually, 3 tips. Are you ready? Tip number 1. If I'm feeling Bombaloo, I can take a deep breath, or even more than 1 deep breath. Let's try that. Tip number 2. If I'm feeling Bombaloo, I can ask for a hug. I can ask for a hug from somebody I love. Tip number 3. If I'm feeling Bombaloo, it's okay to cry. It's okay to pound my fists, not on somebody, but maybe on a pillow. It's okay to let those feelings out in a way that doesn't hurt other people. And then I can go back to feeling better again and feeling not so Bombaloo. So if you have tips for how to help yourself move from feeling Bombaloo to not so Bombaloo, I want you to respond back to me. I want you to send me a message or send me a text or write me a note and let me know what helps you move from feeling Bombaloo to not so Bombaloo.